Narcissistic people are never done. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. Prior to therapy, in therapy, and a little bit after therapy, I was still thinking about the women I dated in the 80s and 90s. What they doing? You know, if I can get back with them. I'm telling y'all, they're never done. It's never over for them. A lot of times, it's hard for them to let go because you know why? It's hard for them to let go because they're not done hurting you. They're not trying to get back at you. When they're on the outside looking in, when you push them away, when you get away, when you get your strength, you get your confidence, and you're doing good in life, they're on the outside looking in and they are jealous. They don't want to see you date somebody taller than them, somebody better looking than them, somebody better in bed than them, somebody with a better car, bigger house, more money, right? Somebody that's able to flex. Men and women, they don't want to see that. Narcissistic women don't want to see that. Narcissistic women and men don't want to see that you're doing great, that you're doing better, that you got your confidence up, that you're able to stand up strong. They don't want to see that. So when they're on the outside looking in and they keep coming back around, it's because they are not done hurting you. All of that fake strength, I don't want to be married anymore. Ain't nobody going to want you. Ain't nobody going to treat you like I treated you. Of course not. Ain't nobody going to make you happy. Ain't nobody going to, make you feel proud like I did or didn't. Ain't nobody going to marry you. You think everybody want to be around. They don't like your food. They don't like the way you look and like the way you talk. All that fake strength doesn't mean anything. It's just to hurt you and keep you down and out because they don't mean it. A lot of times they don't even want the divorce. But they say it to hurt you on their way out. So when they can double back, and you're still hurt, you think about taking them back because of the time, because of the memories, because of the family, because of the kids. They're already gone. They checked out, right? So it's crucial. Please listen. It's crucial that you everybody talk about people's credit score, the degrees, fraternities, sororities, but you need to talk about the type of people that your man or husband, their parents dated. A lot of y'all don't do that. So, Leon, what kind of women did your dad like? What kind of men did your mother like? What kind of men did your mom date? What kind of women did your dad date? They'll tell you. I didn't want to tell anybody because, my dad was a great man. My mother was a great lady. My dad dated women that were less than, ideal. He was comfortable with the cigarette smokers, the drinkers, the arguers, the fighters, and he spent 16 years with a crackhead. The last person my mother dated was an old goofy looking dude, much less than my dad. I didn't even like him, And so it's crucial that you ask what type of people that your parents date, and they'll tell you or they won't tell you. If they don't tell you, it's a red flag. They do tell you, and you can think about the type of people they're going to date or they want, or you're not going to fit in that man or woman's life. Narcissistic people are always 50% out. They date. You got to be careful in who you're dating and think about their parents' dating pattern. It's very crucial. Narcissistic people, when they start to check out, when they start to leave, when they start to wander off, when they start to look like they're dazed and not into the relationship anymore, not into marriage anymore, it's because they have a fear of loving you. They have a fear of loving you because they lost that love as a child. So it's hard to reconnect when something was stripped from them, when something was taken from them, when something was forced up out of their life. Love. Lack of empathy. They talk about this with narcissistic people all the time, but why? This is the science. It was taken from them as a child, so they have a fear of loving you because you might discard them. You might leave them like mom or dad did, or you might leave them like grandma or grandpa did, okay? Or if the uncles or aunts are raising child, you might leave them like Aunt Betty did or Uncle Larry did. So they have a fear of loving you, right? They also have a fear of feeling trapped. When you have a fear of loving somebody and you start to wander off, you start to become a natural cheater, you have a feeling of being trapped. And so if you feel like you're being trapped, you can't be a natural leader. Naturally, a natural cheater. Naturally, I was a cheater. So naturally, I'm going to want an abundance of women, a bunch of supply. So if I feel like I'm scared to love you and I want to become attached or committed, it's because I'm a natural cheater from my childhood. I glorified the pimps, the hustlers, the cheaters, the womanizers. So when I get with you, I feel like I gotta be out 50% out already, so I'm not gonna give you my whole 100% of Leon because I'm a natural cheater. You don't know this, and I'm not gonna tell you this in the beginning because I want to get you too, and then add you to my list of supply. So when a person's a natural cheater, they're gonna have a hard time, gonna struggle with falling in love and being committed. So you're gonna always feel like they're running away, and that's what they do. I learned in therapy, you learn in therapy. Avoidance, running away, getting the hell out of there, right? Narcissistic people don't like long-term relationships because from age 5 to 11 is when my relationships with my parents, my brother, my sister ended. I had 6 years of a long-term relationship. So I had a short-term relationship with my family. After that, the family values, family morals were gone. Narcissistic people don't have that long-term relationship guidance, vision, connection. And so hence they don't have staying power. long term is gone. So we're used to coming from a broken family, and so not having a long term mindset coming from a broken family, it's now I feel like I'm set free when I was set free at 11 years old. So how can I be engaged or committed to somebody later on in life when I only have 5 years of long-term relationship, which is not enough? And those 5 years of long-term relationship was a short-term relationship, and it was abusive. It was neglectful. Not my parents, to other people. I keep telling y'all this, but it was the short-term was short-term abuse, short-term neglect, but long-term effects. Okay, long-term effects. Natural cheaters, broken families, disconnected, running away, hiding. And so what happens is when I'm disconnected from a family as a child, I'm going to be disconnected from my family when I get married. When I'm disconnected from a family when I get married, or a girlfriend, right? You become independent. Then when you become independent, you don't want to be held responsible, nor do you want to be held accountable. So no responsibility, no accountability, because I'm independent. I'm independent because I lost my family life, my home life as a child, because I had short-term relationship goals as a child from age 5 to 11. So once you figure that out in that person, make sure you know who their dating patterns are. It will help you out later on. Don't just give somebody because they look good or they're tall, they have a nice butt, nice breasts, nice lips. No, find out their dating patterns from their parents, and it'll help you out figure out who you're dating in the future or who you might marry. It's all about being constructive. Time to construct yourself and reconstruct your life. All right? This is why the narcissistic people are all ready to check out. Thank y'all for listening. Have a great day.